You would have to remember to unscrew it, every once in a while to let it burp. And when you're not unscrewing it, then it actually seeps out and all over your cupboard. So this just makes it so much more wonderful because it can release by itself.
What's that called?
Okay. It's called a pickle pipe.
Pickle pipe. Okay.
So this comes with this kind of thing. I'd highly recommend the things like that. I would highly recommend this Nourishing Traditions. You can get it on thrift books or 8 books, or get it used for, I don't know, $12 or something. Just a lot cheaper. But this is a very basic guide, which this would probably help me actually tell you what all of these things are. I'm sure it says in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So, wide mouth mason jars, usually a wide mouth is what you would put in. Mm-hmm. I did bring a small mouth just to kind of show you options. Fresh produce, salt, water, pickle pipe, pickle pebbles plus, and pickle packer. So the pickle...
Say that back.
Pickle pebbles. These are pickle pebbles. So I think what I used for the brining method was usually the cabbage, because you can take cabbage and put inside there, and so I was trying to do everything natural. Nowadays, I would just, for something like that, I would get a nice stone. Just wash it and put it in there, and then you get the minerals from that stone. They actually sell stones to get minerals from to put in your water to drink. So you can make money selling your own rocks.
So this pickle thing, that goes in the jar?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
And why do you want to press the fruit down?
So that you don't get any bad stuff growing on top.
Ooh. So.
Oh, it has to be submerged.
Yeah, you have to keep them submerged.
Oh, so maybe I should do 1 lemon.
No.
Okay.
That's right. You got it right. I got it wrong.
Nothing.
No, because
I gotta find a rock.
once you start,
I'll just put some more lemon in.
You can put more lemons, but once you start using it, like the big jar that I sent in the counter, which you'll have to share with your friend, that jar, I leave it ferment and just keep taking the lemons out. So then it looks like that at some point. And when you get sometimes some slime growing on top, like if it's a white slime or something, you just peel it off, and you might add a little bit more salt, add more water so that it stays at your stone back in. If it turns like red, you know what? You need to throw out your lemons. It's just,
Not good.
or, I mean, I have pulled things off too. It's not really that big a deal. I'm just telling you that that's when you have to start. That you definitely don't want something that looks really bad growing, okay? But when there's just a little bit of white, that's just a little bacteria that's growing on top, and then you just need to push your stuff down. You have to remove that. But I was going to show you the 2 different methods. So, let's see. What is fermentation? So there's dry salting and brining. So for these, we do dry salting. When you do the brining, you actually create the water by using, you can use any kind of mixing bowl, but they have crocks that they use. And you wouldn't even need to have this, but you could just knead your cabbage and your carrots and you could even put celery in something like that and really brine it, which it would develop water by adding salt and just massaging it, right? So that's a brining method. That's how sauerkraut is normally made, is by brining. And when you do put those kind of things, like if I were to fill my sauerkraut in there, I would push it down deep and the water would come up, and I would just keep, and then I would pack it. You can use any utensil and pack it down. It's better to use things like wood and plastic better than metal, because metal does it does create a
chemical
there's a
reaction.
There's a chemical
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
It's not a real big deal to get crazy, but if you're going to be giving gifts or things like that, you should clean up your act a bit. Get something, get some knowledge, look up a recipe and all that kind of stuff. But for basic fermentation, okay, so like when you read something, there will be people that will tell you don't ferment longer than 3 days and get it in the refrigerator. You need everything cold, and people have been doing this for years and not doing that.
We didn't
Okay.
have a refrigerator.
Yeah, they didn't.
Right. Well,
That's
so
the
they
whole point,
usually
right?
had they knew about cold storage. And I have wanted for a long time to have a root cellar. And I've had the idea to use a refrigerator, a freezer that doesn't work, and just bury it in the ground. But there's all kinds of ways to keep your stuff cold. But again, I leave my lemons, my limes out on the counter and just use them. And it makes them last a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But they do fill with salt and they get kind of mushy. So for my purpose of just my digestion, I don't care. And for someone else's purpose, like my daughter, she has taken she's shredded this and kind of made a more brine. And when it gets really old, and refrigerated it, she does refrigerate, and this is refrigerated and it's actually sealed. And you can get a sealer, like they sell these little ones now that you can just put on your, and turn it on and it seals.
Vacuums it.
Yeah, vacuum.
Is that lemon, Laura, in there that your daughter, what is that?
This is celery,
Oh, celery, I'm
And
sorry.
what is she
but
doing?
what she was doing she'll take some that's older, like when I say like a few months old, and it's really salty, and when you taste it, you'd be like, oh, what can I do with this? Oh, it's ruined because it's fermented. No, you rinse it really good, and you take all of these vegetables and you make a soup,
Oh, that's
and it's delicious. It is perfect. It's soft. You don't have to cook it a long time because it's already soft. The salt adds to the flavor. All the flavors are strong, and it is so much better for your digestion than any soup you can make.
If you cook it, do you not lose?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that she cooks
She doesn't
it,
have to.
but she doesn't cook it that long.
Mhm.
So then you're
Okay.
gaining so much. This is actually like when I had chickens, and I'm getting chickens again, we fermented all the feed.
really.
Yeah.
I soak, which
We
is
soak it,
yeah.
but that's fermentation.
And why would you?
And you
ferment
leave it,
it?
well, because then you're adding more minerals, and they're getting more minerals, then the eggs give you more minerals and more, you get stuff from that fermentation. So many things, like more is caught than taught, right?
Mhm,
So when you live an example of a good life, it should reflect, and more people, you just become more of what you are doing than what you were saying to do, right? So, let's see, that's the introduction. Oh, and you should just get salt, and you should have this on hand, even if you're not fermenting. Salt is such a lifesaver in so many ways. It'll never go bad. So you should just have salt on hand, and you can use it for all kinds of things.
I think you change probiotic, yes? Or-
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yes, good.
Yeah, it creates all those good bacteria, probiotic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sorry for.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. The very first thing is that you put your whatever you brought, which everybody brought lemons. You put them in. Actually, we'll start. We'll take them out. We'll mix the salt and water first.
Oh, I don't know if I can get mine out.
Well, this is where you're not.
Laura, getting the lemons out, I know Laura, and you're Linda, correct? And
I'm Linda.
you're also Linda.
Yes.
And I told you, Bye, Linda.
Mitra.
And
And, excuse me, how about you?
Penny.
Penny, oh,
I'm
nice.
the only one that I think is new to the group.
Okay.
Well, and you're the only one that's not Linda.
She's cheating. How do you spell Mitra?
Excuse me?
Your name.
Mitra.
How do you spell it?
Oh, it's spelled M-I-T-R-A. Oh, yeah.
Just like it
Already
sounds.
simple.
I need to know how to do this.
So I had a question, if
Yes.
you ferment your lemons and you're using the
No,
lemon zest
easy.
to bake, can you, can't get zest
You
with
need
the
to,
fermented?
like I have zested them a little bit before and popped them in, just because I am just trying to conserve my refrigerator space and put all my lemons
Right.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually do want to say a few things before we get started. So this was in this morning, and I put these, it's still dirty. I put these into here to bring over because this jar doesn't spill, it seals. This jar doesn't seal very well.
Okay.
All right, this is what the stone does, okay? And this is also what you would do with a cabbage leaf. You could put it in and just, you would tuck it down to the sides so that it would stay there. But using the sea salt, so I keep my sea salt in like this. You can kind of see that it comes down to the bottom here. Now, a recipe may tell you to take your water and your salt and you get it warm so that it dissolves, and then they'll say to fully dissolve it. I don't know if that would really work, but like this is part of the leftover water, so you can see the salt that was at the end of here, okay? So, what I do with my jar like this, I every once in a while will take something, put it over, and go like this to shake the salts out. I might, can I use yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just take my stone and just, like, I might take it out and sprinkle a little bit of salt and add a little bit more water and push down. Just because it is important to have the salt. The salt really does kill the bacteria. All right. Let me think of another thing. So I just took the water out of here, poured it in there, the limes, and had this much left over. And then I pushed it down with this.
And Laura, if you were doing sauerkraut and the cabbage leaf, you would also put that on top of the cabbage.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you don't have to?
You don't have to.
Wow.
This
Okay.
is so simple and easy that I just love the easiness ease of it. I love the ease of this, but not necessary at all.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to say it's very, very easy and simple. And with the sauerkraut, you probably won't have to add water if you're really good at pounding everything out and getting all your own juices. Not getting it from like old ways. If you don't get enough water out of it, just add some salt and water. You know, I mean, you need the level of water above, and so if you can't get the juices out of the cabbage, you're going to have to add it. So it would be better to add it than to have it dry on top, okay? Because that's really where the danger is when there's things that kind of grow over on top of it a little bit, it's not really that big a deal to move some of that white slime, you know, it's not ideal. I'm not like promoting it or anything like that. It's just that you don't have to throw out your jar of lemons. And you can always, like, they've been used a little bit and you can just dump it out and put it in the refrigerator and keep your lemons, and they're okay. So the lemons will come out really, like, if you keep it for long enough, they'll be like almost mush. And there's recipes of people using the whole thing. Like, you can use, like, instead of zesting your lemons, you can actually use the peel of your lemons. You can eat the peel of your lemons after they've been salted and they're so soft and everything. They don't taste bad. So, okay, so when we're gonna start out, and then I brought this small thing. These things actually grow with the water, so it's really not gonna work real well to do, but you know, Linda has two lemons, and it's not gonna be that big a deal, but you can see that this lemon, or this lime, it's not gonna come out once it expands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you cut the fruit?
Yeah.
So if she cut hers, it would fit.
Yes,
And it doesn't matter if they're halved and they're in there as long as they're underwater.
right.
And then she has her half to eat before each 4 meals.
That's
She's
There
got
you
the
go.
jar.
That's true.
Mhm.
And even when this like gets expanded, it's gonna
Get
eventually
mushy, so
get
you
smooth.
can then.
I will get this out.
Well, especially if it gets.
I'll get this out. But do you want to get a pitcher of water, Jeannie, or should we? What?
So, not gonna touch
So
your
it's
water.
gonna rot.
It is, it's never been written.
All right. So what we do? Can use this. Can use that. Just take a couple tablespoons of salt. I think that's probably enough, but I like to just add a little more. And then grab your water. And you try to dissolve it real good.
Laura, I know you're using sea salt, but would any salt work?
You mean poison?
No. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
regular
Thank
any
you.
salt, any salt.
Yeah.
Until we get something like that.
Yeah, any salt.
Yeah, because I want to do the eating poison. Did you get that on video?
Oh.
So,
Oh.
because it splashes up, that's
Yeah.
why I start it like this. I would rather,
Okay.
and then you just push them down and then you can push it down.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess that doesn't fit. So
Oh.
I might even add just a little bit more salt. Oh, whoops, sorry. But I would, did I bring
Yeah,
my?
you brought a little stone, I saw it. Oh, it's underneath the nipple, or
Did I
whatever that's called.
bring a little
Underneath.
lid? Maybe I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna use this lid. This is what I would do. I should have just used that.
And you don't need a stone because it isn't coming up.
Well, what I do is just make
Ah.
sure my salt is nice and mixed.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And was that hot water or does it matter?
No, just water, just
very cool.
filtered water.
Um, excuse me, I can't understand about how much salt,
A couple teaspoons.
salty or no? Salty or no?
You do like probably in that size jar 2 teaspoons of salt.
Tablespoons.
You did
Or tablespoons, 2 tablespoons.
Tablespoon, okay,
Tablespoon.
no.
And then, so you can see the lime, I didn't pour the water over the lime because I don't know how far, the water's gonna come up. Yeah, you're gonna push it down.
Mm-hmm.
See, mine is
Yeah,
below there.
yeah, it's
And
covered.
so then this just
Keeps it like
keeps
that.
it like that. And then that is it.
And you don't put a top on top of that, like they
Just
put in
put
that
nothing.
picture.
You could do
In the
that,
picture.
like if I was to put it in my cupboard,
Oh, okay,
I would probably do this.
okay.
I have, so what I do, the big jar that you saw in the picture,
Oh, please.
see, like that?
Mhm.
So the big jar that I had, more similar to Linda's here, I used, yes, look, isn't that nice?
Yeah,
That works, and then in the morning, you just
perfect,
burp it, and
wow.
so we'll have to get, just put, maybe just even put some water in there. Can we do it?
I haven't put salt in there yet, so.
Oh, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
wait. We'll wait. But anyway,
To wait,
I'll
yeah.
just probably go
something
clean
like
her up.
yeah. But
Make
sometimes
it
you
more
can,
interesting, have a conversation piece.
there we go.
Natural.
But,
It's still.
so, the other thing, just to say, of what you've seen demonstrated, that's not really, is that obviously you will not have as much bacteria growing if you make sure that you don't, like, I do use my fingers for everything, but you want to keep everything clean. Like Linda, when she gets home, she might want to just clean the seal, you know, just take some, you can use white vinegar even, and just clean it a little bit. And obviously everything needs to be kept really clean, and these should be sterilized, you know. These were clean, so. But, let's see, seems like I was gonna say one more thing. Anyway, any questions?
You have to burp it every day.
Yes.
Yes.
And when, how many days before you recommend we eat it? How long?
Well, it's fine, after 3 days, you know. I mean,
like
it's fine
mine soft.
every day, you know, you can eat them, they're edible, but
Right.
they're gonna be more fermented.
Yes, that's what I meant.
3 days is kind of what you see on all the internet things.
Or you could wait a month. Because
I
1 week soft.
think the guys that are really good at fermenting
Yeah.
usually do their fermentation like a week or 2 weeks, you know.
Okay.
And they have, there's some really incredible people out there doing fermentation that, I mean, honestly, these men out there that are doing fermentation coming from more of a wine,
Yes.
you know, the beer thing, and then they're fermenting vegetables and they're having really good flavors. I mean, you can buy some kimchis that are just so much better than any kimchi I've ever had. You know, I do every once in a while just order from some of these places just to have a different flavor thing. Like, you know, you could put, I don't know, you could put different vegetable or herbs and things in with it. You know, you could add, I don't know, thyme and clove and peppercorns. I mean, you can
It
do,
would change the
Spice it up.
taste of the.
it would taste a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we only ferment vegetables?
Fruits and vegetables.
You could do fruits.
Mhm.
How long are they good sitting out?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying is don't do, if you want, don't do after 3 days is what they're recommending.
Then put it in the refrigerator?
And then put in the refrigerator. I don't do that. I keep mine out until I use them.
Because then why not just put them in the refrigerator? That's what I do with my lemons. And
Right,
they
well,
last
that's-
a long
that's-
time, but I would like to free up some space. So, yeah, so why put them in there?
Well, that's because
Why
they
even
keep
ferment
ferment.
it?
Well, the thing is that the ferment increases.
Oh,
Yes. it
So,
keeps the-
so if you like are doing cabbage, you might not want to have it super sour.
right.
Laura, olives, you could do olives.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to Jordan, they had a big jar of olives underneath the sink, kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And that's how they'd serve it.
So
it was
was there,
fermented.
so
Is that what
was
it
there,
Pickle?
how did they, I guess, like it was, did it feel cold to you?
No, it's very hot and they don't have air conditioning.
So
they
I
just
just don't
can't-
understand. I would like to learn something.
Is it
and I'm-
Maybe pickling different than fermented?
Maybe.
When I used to buy olives from Middle Eastern Aromas, they also had the big jar.
Underneath, they
Yeah,
keep it out.
and just scooped them out.
Yeah,
They
they scoop
they
them
never
out.
had it refrigerated.
But they were air conditioned.
Yeah, in Jordan it's
Yeah,
not
but she
air
said
conditioned.
it's not,
No,
she
it's
just said
not.
it was
Yeah,
not.
but
They just kept it.
For Jeannie,
yes,
Middle
for
Eastern
Jeannie.
Aromas, because in Melbourne Beach, the grocer on
Yeah,
Ocean
yes.
has all those lovely olives, and
But-
they're just sitting out in air conditioning.
Yeah, they're probably air conditioned cooler, right?
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
Publix
Yeah,
has
because they
theirs.
have so many varieties.
Yeah, Laura, so what you were gonna say, you wanna know how to,
I would love to connect with somebody
Yeah.
that just has been doing this for
centuries.
yeah, they're passed down and all that.
So Mitra, did you do stuff like this in Iran?
No, but for yogurt, and yes, and something is regular, but no, I didn't hear about lemon or
Let
lime.
me ask you, for the yogurt, did you refrigerate?
Oh yes,
After.
but in the grocery, no made it, no.
Well, when you made it, you didn't refrigerate, right?
Okay.
No,
Did you
after you made
Me?
it, yes, at home.
No, in the refrigerator.
Yes.
No out.
My mom didn't leave it out
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
and in Jordan,
Is
they
yogurt
leave it out. Yeah, they leave it out long enough to ferment, which is usually 24 hours if you do it. the
So
right
then you
way.
have to put it in someplace cold.
I don't know if you have to because the Bedouins fermented made the yogurt to make their milk last. But I don't know anyone who does it now. Does that make sense? What I'm
Well,
saying?
that's what I'm
And
saying.
plus
is
they
that-
ate it every time.
Well, so
They don't
I know
store it.
somebody
Doesn't
stay around
that
long.
No.
his mom left the milk out. Always.
Who's mom?
This friend
Friend.
that I had met in Ohio, and his mom always left the milk out because she grew up that way, and so it tasted bad when it went
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
and they
sour.
had to drink it that way, and he didn't like it.
Oh, gross.
But that's
Yeah.
that was the way she grew up.
Excuse me, maybe you say about how long is ready, but I don't understand. Sorry. Can
So,
you say again?
3 days,
3 days.
is what
Okay.
they say, and I don't know why they say 3
Okay.
days, other than that's
3 days in the jar.
in the
Because
jar.
they are afraid of bacteria. I
Right.
think.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
And in your jar, Laura, when you're eating a half before every meal, that's gonna be gone in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's why I used a nice big jar.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you used this other jar and just put it in there because there wasn't a
Well,
lid.
so this is the jar that I would have used if I use a smaller jar.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to bring an example.
Right,
Because most of
exactly.
you are probably, if you're gonna really intentionally do this, you probably go out and maybe buy jars and buy the equipment, and so there it is, done the way that it's really supposed to be done.
So that,
Buy
Yeah,
things
yeah,
singly
with yogurt,
online
you
now,
don't-
too.
Okay.
You don't have to buy
You
a
don't
case.
make
I'll
that.
ask my
I put the
my
yogurt
son to look into
in
Laura,
my
that
laundry room,
bigger-
it's not refrigerated.
Whatever you, I
Because
forgot
it's
what you
not
call
very
that, the
dry
cover?
with yogurt.
okay.
This,
No,
'Cause it won't
Yes.
ferment.
oh, these are
But
Pampered
ask
Chef.
Laura, make sure.
okay,
But they
that
sell
bigger
these
one,
downtown.
like if you,
Oh, yeah, they
if
sell
you
them
asked
downtown.
your
I got
friendly
some
deli
right here.
person for a pickle jar,
One of mine is too big.
that would probably cover a pickle jar top.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of looks
It
like what.
covers this
there's
right here.
hers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
So-
exactly.
So-
That looks so
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
too.
But they had a ball jar,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was not as big.
And I
You know,
used to
but
get
it
it,
was
I
more
had a
expensive, so I
girlfriend,
wouldn't
Yeah,
ask.
and I've seen
Jeannie
them
also knows,
over
and we
at,
used to
like,
share
Ross.
the
I'm done. You don't have to
pepperoncini
keep
at Walmart.